In the Essential Blue Eye video, it showed a woman taking a group of people, Caucasian males and females, what some of us would call the norm, and put them in a group, and they switched roles for a day with black people, and was treated unequal or less privileged by a more powerful and privileged group of people. They was being oppressed, and that's something that we deal with every day by being black in America. Because we're discriminated against because of our age, our race, our gender, and we get stereotyped on a regular because of because of our skin color, our tattoos, and our earrings. We're looked at as troublemakers, thugs, or criminals in some way. Another part that plays a part with being stereotyped is the environment that we come from. Vulnerable communities, what some would call the hood. Vulnerable communities, poverty-stricken communities, where African American populations are at risk more because of pollution and contamination, but rarely have funds to uproot and move to a more upscale neighborhood. So we get stereotyped because of that. New Orleans faced difficulties because houses were built on toxic waste for years when no one knew, and they actually sued the city. But they showed resilience, and the city has bounced back since then. Environmental justice is something that we fight for every day, and they say some would call it the new modern day civil rights of our time. They ask why, as black people, we get nervous around police officers when we get pulled over because of different things that goes on in the world, like police brutality, about what happened with Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin. So we are looked at as different because of our tattoos and stuff like that, and no different than the LGBTQ community, because of their beliefs and their gender identification, their sexual orientation. They are looked at as different or less fortunate. They are marginalized. They are a marginalized group. They're looked at as less than being human beings. Called names such as queers, faggots, and gays. So just because I'm a black man, I'm looked at as a thug or a troublemaker, and just because he's a gay man, he's looked at as a fag in the world. So if you don't fit the norm image of what society looks at as being the norm, or the church, then you're not. It's like your human rights don't even matter because you don't align with what goes along in the world. The three deadliest words in the world is "it's a girl," and that's sad to say. In India, over 200 million girls missing. A woman who murdered eight of her children, girls, because the government feels that sons are more valuable than daughters in India, and daughters are better off dead than living in poverty their entire life. The same girls in Kenya, rural women who grew up to grow trees to for a source of income in their environment. They empowered each other, trained each other to grow seedlings. The same government treated them less equal because they're women. Intellectual disabilities. It showed empowerment, conscious raising. They told her mother that she would never make it anywhere in life because of her disabilities. She went on to be an Olympic gold medalist, and they tell us that all the time as black people that we wouldn't make it far in life because of where we come from, because of our lack of education or lack of knowledge, and we strive on to do the best. So empowerment and conscious raising is something serious that's in the world today.